Okay, we're going to be testing the audio and visual capabilities of this camera. Capabilities of compensating for different levels of light. How well it deals with lower light. Not bad. I don't think I'm going to have much occasion to be using this for any sort of nighttime. Check out how well it deals with audio from, a lot of people. Well, the first thing that people need to keep in mind is that art is not some sort of mythical being. It's actually a very approachable, very workable, very malleable activity. You have a piece of chalk, a pencil, some paint brushes, and some paints. If you want to get a little more fancy, you get yourself a projector and some software like Photoshop. And it's not some sort of thing that only a certain segment of the population is capable of doing. You're going to need it for a few. When beginning to get into when getting into art, the first thing you need to keep in mind is that it's not some sort of mythical being. It's not some sort of mythical creature. It's actually a very approachable and very. Before getting into any sort of art, the one thing to keep in mind is that it's not some sort of mythical creature that's unapproachable by the average person. My philosophy has always been that with a few simple tools and a bit of inspiration that anyone can make art. Before getting into any sort of art, there's one thing you need to keep in mind. It's not some sort of mythical creature that's unapproachable by the average person. It really isn't. My philosophy has always been that with a few simple tools and a bit of inspiration, anyone can make art. Life is a journey, as they say, and during the course of one's journey, one may decide to take one of many different roads. Some people may spend most of their time reading books or contemplating big ideas. Some people may decide to take up a sport or a simple hobby like woodcrafting or surfboarding, but there's this small segment of the population that decide to go into art, and there's a few things to keep in mind before getting into art. And they mostly deal with So the camera starts, and I'm going to be introducing myself, and I suppose I go off and describe what the fruit is, what its scientific name is, where it comes from, where it where I bought it. I'm not going to get into how much it was. And let's see. I probably might say a few other things, and it should take maybe around 45 seconds. So I get into that. Of course, I do thumbs up, which I'm going to have to bring my hand all the way down to about an inch close to the board, and then I'm going to pick this thing up here. This is the Ginsu knife, and I'm going to have to hold it about right here. So I'm just going to place that back down. That's where my thumbs up is going to have to be. It's roughly 2 inches above the board in front of the fruit. And then I'm going to hold up my scale object, and the scale object has to be right around here in order for them to actually read what's on the bottle. So keeping that in mind. And this process is going to take a little faster. And then I'm going to get into how I'm going to cut this thing, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to shut off the camera, and then I'm going to show progress a little later. There's a cliched sort of a jump cut after that, and then we may say a few other things, and then that's when we get to the part where I say the next however many minutes I decide on what is going to be in the video. So that's roughly what we're working with. To say that it has been a rough 48 hours would be putting it mildly, be putting it lightly, as one could possibly put it. It's been quite a stressful election season. Roughly a year and a half of speeches, roughly a year and a half of mudslinging, of mainstream media articles, debates, just a logic, reason, and compassion. I'd have to say this is probably one of the most difficult videos I've made, and thank you for sitting through all of this. Gosh. Oh boy. Anyhow, we have 4 years till 2020, so you know, buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, but I'm sure that we're gonna get through it. don't do much location stuff. Of course, I do most of my stuff from my apartment, but took a photograph recently, and this is the seat right there. That's where we ate breakfast back in 1985.
Seems familiar to me too.
Yeah. What did you have that morning?
No way I'm going to remember what I had for breakfast.
I know I had sausage and scrambled eggs, and orange juice was pretty good.
I probably had some.
Yeah. So down here is the game room. I'll try not to trip and fall and flat on my face. Now, as you can see, it's pretty nifty. Of course, these are all modern games. Back when I was a kid, we had the classics, your Galaga, your Asteroids, and all kinds of stuff. We didn't have an air hockey table. In fact, where this foosball table is now, that's where the pool table was. We go back up here. This is where the pool tables are now. Got 3 of them, plus a ping pong table. Ping pong table used to be down in the game room area. Right here is where the shuffleboard used to be, and that was kind of fun. I didn't really fully understand the rules, but it was still fun. As you can see here, they have restored the original railing, which is pretty cool. If you look at some of the old pictures from the 1960s and 70s, this railing system actually pre-existed or predates this ceiling here. So I remember playing on here when I was but a wee little youngster. This, at one time, I believe it was a sauna of some sort. I don't know what that is now. Probably houses some sort of power equipment. Embarking on a little fun.
Skeptical.
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
That's called a scratch. So that's a scratch. I get to position it anywhere behind the second diamond. So, for instance, I could place it right here and try for that 11 ball. Or, no, that's not going to work. That was interesting.
Well, it wasn't what I was trying to do. Besides, I was actually wanting to go in and pocket, but none of the ones that went near.
That's a bit of a tricky shot there, but I'll try it. Went in there. Okay. Not even close. Then again, I'm not Emily Duddy, am I? Why'd you knock mine in?
Oh, I did.
Well, it's my turn now.
Yes. I was thinking I was stripes. That's
No.
why I went for that area, because they were all stripes.
Well, you gave me a good opportunity on this 14 ball. Watch me mess it up. Okay. I can see where your thought process was.
I bet you can't because I was aiming there.
Okay. Yellow ball, that pocket there. And no dice. What you thinking? Well, obviously none of my great ideas have, except for that one at the beginning.
Perfect game didn't work out.
Okay. Of course, this is the pool area. This has been around since the 1960s. This exact pool has been around since before this place had a roof. That's amazing. And they've been able to restore it very, very well. Over here where these little seats are, zoom in on that. Yeah, there had been several fires lit in the swimming pool. That's crazy. You got a little watering hole there. Yes, for after hours for the grown-ups. This is where the jacuzzi used to be. I don't know what they're planning on bringing that back or not. Anyhow, this place is still fun without it. So, the light may be just a tad low.
Welcome, lords and ladies. Have a seat and be comfortable, because it is about to get hot in the arena. Please remember that we are trained professionals with over 100 years of combined experience. Do not try to recreate what you are about to see. If you see one of Solar Rain's lovely assistants pass you with the baskets, please be sure to tip generously. Your donations will help us produce greater shows for you, as well as funding, bandages, burn cream, and hospital bills. Without further ado, the Texas Renaissance Festival is proud to present to you Shards of the Sun, dancing down from the heavens to scorch the earth. Solar Rain.